This girl mocked Dakota Ditcheva.
Maybe she never fought with someone like me, so I want just fight.
And then she regretted it. What seemed like harmless trash talk turned into a brutal reality check when Dakota entered the cage.
The confidence that she's going to have now getting up is going to be unbelievable.
First round finish and Dakota Ditcheva silent.
You are watching Boxing Planet, and in this video, we'll see how some girls mocked Dakota Ditcheva and later regretted it big time. They underestimated her skills, her power, and her undefeated spirit. But once the cage door closed, Dakota let her actions speak louder than words. What started as laughter quickly turned into fear and defeat. Stay tuned as we break down the full story of how the tables turned and why you never mess with Dakota Ditcheva. The fight between Gina Bishop and Dakota Ditcheva took place on August 2nd, 2024 at PFL 7 in Nashville, Tennessee. Gina Bishop was riding high on confidence before the fight, boldly claiming in interviews and press conferences that she would easily defeat Dakota Ditcheva. But when the cage door closed, reality came crashing in. From the very first bell, Dakota Ditcheva came out like a storm. Fast, focused, and ferocious. There was no hesitation in her movement. While Gina seemed relaxed at first, maybe even too relaxed, Dakota wasted no time testing her striking range. She landed a crisp leg kick followed by a quick jab that immediately caught Gina's attention. Gina tried to close the distance, aiming for a takedown early on, hoping to bring the fight into her world. But Dakota's takedown defense was rock solid. She sprawled, pivoted, and kept the fight standing, where she held the clear advantage. Every failed takedown attempt drained Gina's energy and added to her frustration. Gina began to wear the damage, both physically and mentally. By the end of the first round, Gina was breathing heavily, her corner scrambling to adjust their strategy. The plan to easily defeat Dakota had crumbled. The second round was even more brutal. Dakota, sensing that Gina was slowing down, increased the pressure. Her combinations became more fluid, her strikes more punishing. A stiff body shot had Gina wincing, and a follow-up kick to the ribs visibly staggered her. Still, Gina tried to push forward, looking for that one opportunity to clinch and drag the fight to the mat. But Dakota stayed on her feet, circling, striking, and making Gina pay for every misstep. Midway through the round, the moment everyone was waiting for arrived. Gina, desperate and a little reckless, lunged for a takedown, and Dakota countered with a perfectly timed knee to the face. It landed flush. The crowd erupted. Gina collapsed to the mat, and within seconds, Dakota was on her, raining down hammer fists with relentless precision. The referee jumped in, and it was over. Just like that, the girl who promised an easy win was lying on the canvas, dazed and beaten. The post-fight moment was just as telling. Dakota didn't gloat. She didn't return the trash talk. She simply nodded, hugged her team, and walked out of the cage with her undefeated record intact and her reputation elevated even higher. Valentina faced off against Dakota Ditcheva on April 20th, 2024, in a high-stakes bout for the PFL Europe Women's Flyweight Championship. Before the match, Valentina stirred the pot during pre-fight interviews by boldly claiming that Dakota Ditcheva was overrated and hadn't been truly tested by a worthy opponent.
Maybe she never fought with someone like me, so I want just fight.
As the two fighters entered the cage, the atmosphere was electric, with fans eagerly waiting to see if Valentina's confident words would translate into a performance capable of dethroning the dangerous and undefeated Dakota Ditcheva. The opening round saw Skititsi immediately trying to impose her will, pushing forward aggressively with a barrage of jabs and low kicks aimed at disrupting Dakota's rhythm. For a moment, it seemed like Valentina's strategy might be working, as she managed to clip Dakota with a stiff right hand that momentarily staggered the British fighter. But Dakota remained composed, her eyes laser-focused, her footwork sharp as ever as she circled out of danger and began picking her shots with clinical precision. A lightning-fast head kick grazed Valentina's guard, followed by a devastating body shot that clearly took the wind out of her. As the seconds ticked away, Dakota's confidence grew, and her combinations became more fluid and dangerous. In the second round, the tempo escalated dramatically. Valentina came out swinging, knowing she needed to regain control, but Dakota's timing was impeccable. A sharp counter right hand stunned Skititsi, and Ditcheva wasted no time pressing forward with a flurry of punches that backed her opponent into the cage. Entering the third round, Dakota remained calm and composed, knowing she was just a few steps away from securing another dominant win. Valentina tried to dig deep, throwing wild punches and looking for a Hail Mary shot to change the outcome. Midway through the third round, Dakota landed a clean left hook that buckled Skititsi's knees, and she immediately followed up with a spinning kick that connected flush on the jaw. Her victory was not just another win on her record, it was a masterclass in striking, composure, and championship-caliber performance. As Dakota stood in the center of the cage with her arms raised and the PFL Europe Women's Flyweight Championship around her waist, if you enjoyed this breakdown and want more epic fight recaps, unforgettable moments, and raw action from the world of combat sports, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Drop your thoughts on the fight in the comments. We'd love to hear your take. Until next time, stay tuned and stay sharp as we bring you more intense battles from the cage.
What am I going to do in the next 16 years? What's the best thing I can do? Get ready to meet God.